Hi guys, Chris from Platte River Outfitters. We have been doing a ton of hiking these last few weeks. It's really getting beautiful out. Spring is coming and really just love to get out on the trail when they're all opening up, and just wanted to kind of talk about some of the things that I like to have when we're out on the trail this time of year and some of the things that we carry in our store. So first of all, a great pack. I really love this Kelty Red Wing. It's just a 40-liter pack. It's nice and light. It's got webbing and pads on the back, so I really like it. It's not a heavy pack. It's not anything for days and days of hiking, but it's just kind of a day pack. If you're a guy, you're probably going to think this is way too much to have on your back for one day, but I always like to have everything that I can think of in my pack. I always get frustrated when I'm out on the trail and I know I have something at home and I need it and I don't have it in my pack. So this is a great size pack in my opinion. So the first thing that you're going to want to have during this time of year is a great pair of traction for your shoes. The trails are melting and freezing off and on during the day, and it can be really icy and slushy. I use these Pros, Yak Track Pros. It's a elastic coil with metal rings on it. That's usually all that I need, and I really like these. We also carry the Yak Track Diamond Grips, a little more extreme. They actually have a metal bottom on these with a rubber outer. A little bit more money, but a little bit more extreme too. So those are great to have on a wet, icy spring trail in Colorado. Biggest thing too that you want to always have with you is some water. Even if you just think you're going for a couple hours, I always think it's good to have water. Something like this Nalgene bottle or a hydration pack. And I do love this Kelty pack. One of the things I didn't like about it is there's no port for your hydration tube. But I just have my zipper down on the side and bring it out the side, and it works just fine. But I really hate to see plastic water bottles on the trail just thrown away. So if you can do something like this, invest $10 to $20 and get something that you can reuse each time. It really is worth it. I also like to have a bandana with me. It's something like this, just a simple bandana, you know, a couple bucks. You can dip this in water and cool your neck if you get overheated. You can wear it as a scarf, you can wear it as a face mask. So versatile. Kleenex, whatever you need. But I always like to have a bandana with me, just a cheapy one. Something else I always have in my pocket is just a knife. It's not a fancy knife, it's not expensive, but it does have a seatbelt cut and the window break should you ever be in an accident and not be able to get out of your vehicle. So just a simple knife like that is always good to have with you on the trail as well. In Colorado, any time of year, sunglasses and sunscreen are crucial to have. The air is so thin up here and the sun is so intense, it's a really good idea to always protect your eyes, especially when there is snow on the trail. You can really get a burn on your eye. And then sunscreen, at least 30 SPF. Always like to carry a little thing like this in my pack. Never fun to come home and have a big sunburn on your face and hands. Any time of year, even in the summertime, but especially in the springtime, a great waterproof jacket like this. This is a waterproof breathable jacket from Carhartt. This is my favorite jacket. This is not my jacket because I'm not an extra small. But we do carry these in our store, and it's the best piece I've ever had. It's waterproof, it's breathable. I actually ski and snowshoe in this too, and just a wonderful layer. You can wad it up and throw it at the bottom of your pack, pull it out, and shove it back in whenever you're ready. Every time I'm going somewhere in Colorado, summertime, springtime, wintertime, I always want to have a stocking cap. Anytime you're going to go up to the top of the peak, you're going to be at least 20 degrees colder, and you know it's always going to be windy. A good stocking cap is a great idea. I actually have one of these that has a brim on it, which I like to shade my eyes. But anything is good. Just something stretchy that can go down over your ears. This has a flap that can go down like that to cover your ears. It's a great idea. Gloves. I have a set of these wool gloves and I love them. Even when they get wet, they dry really quickly. They're very warm, not too bulky, and they fit right in your pack. Polypro gloves are another option. Dry really quickly. They really are easy to use your hands and fingers still. A first aid kit. Make your own or buy one that's pre-assembled. Something that has Band-Aids in it is a good idea. Something that has a simple rag that you can use for a splint is also a good idea. And antiseptic wipes. I really always like to have moleskin inside my first aid kit. There's nothing I hate more than starting in on a trail and you start to feel that hot spot on your big toe or the back of your heel, and moleskin is awesome. You can just cut it with your knife into the shape that you need, and it really does work so much better than a Band-Aid. So moleskin is one of my favorite things to have with me in my pack all the time. So what if something goes south and you plan to go for a day hike, and all of a sudden you've hurt yourself or you went off the trail and now you can't find your way back and it's starting to get dark? One of the good things that you'd like to have in your pack is a whistle. This whistle actually has a compass on it. I've got a whistle and a compass separately, but anything that you can get, we do sell several different kinds in our store, but it's always good to have something like this in case you're having to stay in place and call for help. You know your cell phone's not going to work in the backcountry of Colorado. A headlamp. Headlamp is a great idea to have. Same thing. What if you've got to stay in place? I really like this. You put it on hands-free, but for, you know, $10 to $20 you can get a headlamp or a small flashlight and be able to stay overnight somewhere. Another thing that can just be a lifesaver, very small and packable, is a survival blanket or a survival bag. Even if you take it out of the box, it's even smaller. This is $3, and it could be a lifesaver if you had to stay overnight and wait for help. Matches. I keep my matches in a Ziploc baggie in case my pack ever gets wet or I'm ever dropping it in water. You always want to have. Whether you're getting out just for the day or you're planning on taking an overnighter somewhere, you can see behind me we've got everything that you need to get out there. We've got water purification tablets, liquids, and also water filters. Everything you need for backpack camp cooking. Jet boil stoves and the fuel, dehydrated food, little mess kits like this, anything that you would need to be out there. So we'd like to get you set up and get you out on the trail. We've got everything you need to get out there, and right now we are doing the phone and email orders with curbside pickup. You can find more information at PlatteRiverOutfitters.com or find us on Facebook, Platte River Outfitters. Thanks so much.